Hey guys, I'm back in a new video. I'm excited to be back here. I am so excited to be doing this tag. It's called the Unpopular Opinions Tag. I'm seeing it everywhere in like booktube world. I've seen it everywhere with the general booktubers or whatever. I've seen it everywhere. So I feel like I want to do this because I feel like I kind of want to have some fun with this and share my opinions on this. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so the first question says, a popular book or series that you didn't like. A popular series or book. I'm gonna say, I mean, it's not really popular, I don't think, but I mean, maybe amongst like the sci-fi fans, like the readers. Um, but I didn't like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's like a 6-book series. And there's like also a prequel, which I didn't read it. I only read the first book. I didn't like it though. I personally don't like sci-fi. I don't like sci-fi and fantasy. I'm a little more open to fantasy, but I think both of them I'm not really into. I'm more into like historical fiction, journal fiction, nonfiction, like especially like Christian fiction and nonfiction. I really like. I'm not really interested in fantasy or sci-fi that much. Unless it's like Christian fantasy, but yeah. Anyway, so that's more like a popular series or book that I don't like that people, I mean, maybe other people like. But the second question is a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate but you love. I loved the Divergent series, the Divergent trilogy. Sorry. I loved it. I think the ending was amazing. It was good. It was really good. I really liked it. But there's a lot of people that think differently than me, who think that the ending was terrible. The ending was like awful, and like they were like disappointed and upset because like it would have been such like a better ending, I guess, like a better ending. I don't know. But I honestly personally loved it. I loved it. I think that no other author would have been as bold as the author was to do such a thing as that. But yeah. So number 3 says a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with. It's kind of like spoiler alert, I guess. So if you don't want to hear this about Little Woman and whatever, like the book by Lisa May Alcott, if you don't want to like listen to like the spoiler, just skip ahead. But just like this whole like book, it was alright. I didn't love it and I didn't hate it, but it was like alright. There's a whole love triangle with like between like the 3 sisters. Like the old sister is Meg. She didn't really have a crush on the boy that they were like hanging out with, because there's a boy that's like kind of like Joe's age. Joe's like 15. I think he's like 15 or 16. And the boy is like kind of like rich, and he lives like next door to them. And kind of the sisters between them have a crush on him throughout the years of their childhood and teen years. So yeah, I mean, that is kind of like a triangle, I guess, between the sisters. And what I didn't like about it is that Lori ended up with Amy instead of Joe, and I really wanted Lori to end up with Joe. I'm sorry. So yeah, I think that Joe would have made a better. I'm sorry, Lori would have made a better couple with Joe instead of Amy. And so, yeah, it's kind of like a spoiler, I guess. But yeah, I prefer Joe with Lori. But I guess like in retrospect, like if you see like Lori is kind of like the same as Joe, where like they're free spirited. They're more like kind of like just more independent, I guess, on their own. They want to be independent and like just free and like just travel the world or whatever. And so I guess like that. I get it, like I understand like where that's coming from, but also like I would love to see them together. Like it would be interesting how it would turn out. But yeah, anyway. Okay, so number 4 says a popular book genre that you hardly reach for. Again, it's sci-fi and fantasy. More sci-fi. I think I'm more open to fantasy. It depends though. Like I'm more into like fiction, nonfiction, Christian nonfiction especially. And I'm more into that. But like again, I'm not really into that. I'm not really into like sci-fi, magic, or whatever, or like sci-fi. I'm not really into that. So it would be interesting if if I read a sci-fi book that I'm not comfortable with. I would probably go after that and read a sci-fi book that is not my cup of tea. I would just get out of my comfort zone and try that maybe one day. The number 5 says a popular or beloved character that you do not like. So beloved means like everyone loves the character, but I kind of hate it. That you don't like. So honestly, thinking about it, I think that one of the books that I read is Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh, I think. I read that book. It's more like fantasy. It's more like fantastical elements, stuff like that. And the first book I really liked, but the second book I did not like. I didn't really like. I think I gave it like 2 stars. But I think the character of Shadi, I love her. She's like awesome. She's very independent, very strong-willed. She's very awesome. She's awesome. She's very bold. She's very like she goes after what she wants and stuff like that. But the second character, the main character, who is kind of like a king of a country, which is Quran, I think. I think the story is based on I don't know. I think it's Saudi Arabia. I'm not even sure. Like one of the countries there, like in the Middle East, I think. But the character Khalid, the king, at the beginning he was very aggressive, very mean, very like kind of evil and like wicked. And he was very, very like harsh and mean to like to Shadi. And I did not like, at the beginning, I did not like that character. I hated it. I kind of like hated that character. He was very mean to her. So it's called The Wrath and the Dawn for a reason. It's because of that. So anyway, the title. Anyway, like that title is very significant to the book. Anyway, that's kind of like the characters. I think, I don't know if anyone liked the character, but I think that I did not like him. I did not like the character at all. At the beginning, I think at the end, towards the end, I started to understand him more. But yeah. Alright, so number 6 says, a popular author that you can't seem to get into. I mean, I don't know. Anyone who's like writes, and there's nothing against this person or at all. I just, anyone that writes like magical realism or just magical elements into the book, like I don't like it. I don't like it. Like for example, like Lord of the Rings or like whatever it is. It has magic, so I don't really, that's why I don't read that, sorry. I don't read those type of books because first of all, they're fantasy. I'm not really interested in fantasy. And second of all, because it has magic. So I'm not really into magic. I don't think I'm ever gonna read a book about magic and whatever. I'm just not really into that at all. And so yeah, that's just that. I think that's the answer for that question. In an author, I think that would be including J.R.R. Tolkien. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like similar to Narnia in a way, because it does have like magical elements, I guess. A lot of the characters who are, I guess, magical creatures or whatever. But yeah, that's literally what I have for the question. So number 7 says, a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. Definitely love triangles. Definitely love triangles are very cliche or whatever. Just, I think it's so cheesy. Which sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't, so like it depends. And also I think that hate to love tropes are not really, I don't think I like them. Not really my cup of tea at all. I don't like that type of like toxic relationship with like people, like I think the person hates you and then if it turns into love, like it's kind of like toxic. And so like I don't like that. I think that's the answer for the question. So yeah. Another question that says here, a popular series that you have no interest in reading, a series. I think that's, like I said, it's either like Lord of the Rings or like that stuff I'm not really interested in reading. It doesn't pique my interest at all. I've been interested in reading like Lord of the Rings? Yeah, obviously I have been interested because I've never read it, but like I would have been like I would have read it like long ago, but not like when I was a kid, but not now. But I'm not really interested in that at all. I mean, it's not for teens. It's also for adults, but it just doesn't pique my interest at all. So yeah. All right, so last question that says, the saying goes, the book is always better than the movie, but what movie or TV show adaptation do you prefer more than the book? A Dog's Purpose. I love this book. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. I loved any books are about dogs and like the dog's journey to that, or like the dog story. This one, I loved this book. I did not really like the movie as much as the book. I think this was a lot better, a lot better written, a lot better, like, just written overall. The book was, like, I'm sorry, the movie was, like, overall was, like, alright, like, it was okay. I didn't really like it. It was, like, alright. I would give it, like, I don't know, like, 2 to 3 stars, I think. But it wasn't really that good. I think this one was better, definitely. So that is it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and also click the bell below to see any of my future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.